What's up, guys? Hopefully all of you are doing well. Welcome to the first video of 2019. Today we're going to be making a really easy vegan oatmeal raisin cookie. This is my first vegan baking recipe and hopefully all of you will like it, vegan or not. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're first going to start by dealing with our egg replacer. This is the first product that I've worked with. There are others out there, and if you're already comfortable baking with one, go ahead and use it. But I'm using Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer. The instructions on the package say 1 tablespoon of the powder to 2 tablespoons of water. You're just going to give it a stir, and then you're going to let it set for about a minute, and it becomes nice and thick. And the texture does mimic an egg. As far as the vegan butter, I just so happen to be using the brand Miyoko's vegan style butter. It is a European style vegan butter, which happens to be a little richer. I think they use cashew nuts as the base. Also, Earth Balance is a good brand that I use to introduce myself to vegan non-dairy products. For the exact measurements of this recipe, be sure and check out gdseasoning.com. The link will be below in the description box and pinned in the comments, so you can't say you didn't find the recipe link. Now that our butter and sugar has creamed together, I'm going to add our vegan egg. By the way, there is an optional 1/3 cup of granulated sugar if you want a sweeter cookie. I have kept this recipe down to 1 cup of the packed light brown sugar, and that's it. So it's not going to be an overly sweet cookie, just sweet enough. One thing I discovered about vegan baking, one thing's for sure, y'all are not scared of sugar. You're really not. That's one thing that's pretty much consistent, but I did want to give the option. All right, then I'm going to throw in some applesauce, and this is the no sugar added applesauce. Again, it's all about control. We already have the brown sugar. I gave some of you the option to add another 1/3 cup of sugar. Again, controlling the sweetness of the cookie. And then I'm going to add the pure vanilla extract, and we're just going to give that a mix. Next, we're going to move on and add all of our dry ingredients to the mixture. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. Applesauce also, I've noticed in some vegan recipes, is used as a replacement for egg. That's just, a note. Not in this recipe, but I'm just saying that just in case you run into that. I've added my rolled oats. Those are not quick cook oats. And then I have some all-purpose flour, baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. I went on and stirred the cookie dough by hand just to show you how easy it is. But if this is going to give you a problem with your wrist, fingers, or hands, then go ahead and put it back on the stand mixer or use a hand mixer to bring the dough together. These cookies are really good. I will be making these again. This is my 3rd recipe that I came up with because I wanted to get them just right and I wanted them to stay soft even after they were cooked and put away. Finally, after I was able to stir most of that cookie dough with my hand, if you notice, I'm going to throw in a cup of packed raisins. And this dough can pretty much come together if you have the strength to stir it by hand. But for the last couple of stirs, I did put it back on the stand mixer and just pulse it until the dough came together. After the dough comes together, I'm just going to take a small cookie scoop. That's your standard cookie scoop. And I'm going to place the cookies about 2 inches apart on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. It just makes it easy for non-stick. You don't have to put any oil down, and you can remove the parchment after baking. Just before I bake them, I'm going to take a fork and smash them. These cookies do not run. They will bake how you put the dough on the sheet, okay? So that's why I'm smashing them out a little bit. They are what they are. They don't move that much once they're baked. They're going to take about 13 minutes at 350 degrees. Once the cookies come out, they have a slightly textured outside or exterior and a very soft interior. The cookies stay that way, and I think the applesauce has a lot to do with that. That's going to keep the cookie moist and soft the entire time until you eat them all. As you can see, what I do is slide the parchment paper, cookies and all, right to the countertop and let them cool. If you want to turn this into a power cookie or like a high protein cookie, you can add some hemp seeds or some protein powder that you're familiar with to the dough, and that'll make this a good breakfast cookie, something you can grab going out the door. All right, everybody, it's time for subscriber shoutouts. That's when you guys take my recipes, make them, and sometimes make them your own, and then you send them back to me so that I can give you a shout out. First up, we have Roz from Missouri. Roz sent me her photos at the end of December, and I didn't get a chance to get her in the shout out video, so I made sure I wanted to mention her first in the first opening video of the year. Starting from left to right, we have the butter cake. In the center, we have the chocolate sour cream cake. And on the right, she made the caramel pecan pound cake. And let me just say, I had an influx of notifications from you guys with all of your pictures right after that video. So thank you guys so much. I love seeing your work. Gary from Tennessee sent me this photo via Instagram. He made the lemon cream cheese pound cake, and he loves this cake. And finally, I have Georgia from Brooklyn, New York, who sent me this photo via Instagram. And up there on the left, she says, New Year's cake on point. And I put, I'm so proud. She says, thanks to @CookWithCarolyn for the amazing classic chocolate layer cake recipe. Thank you guys so much for giving these recipes a try. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, before you leave this video, be sure and hit that like button. And if you want to stick around and cook with me some more, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me. You know I appreciate it when you come cook with me and hang out. Don't forget, this recipe and others can be found at gdseasoning.com. And I'll see you guys next time.